chat. I'm
You're
here
here,
with my
chat.
boy.
Why am I hearing myself every time, bro?
You and yourself a second time, bro? I'm not hearing you a second time. They good, bro? To tweak?
Why am I hearing myself 5 times, bro?
To tweak? What you tweaking?
I'm tired of hearing myself 5 times, bro.
Fix that shit, bro. It's probably Discord. But that thought maybe you got your stream open.
Yeah, I do.
Dumbass.
I do. Thank you for reminding me, little bro. I need to see what's the word, Chad. I don't know. I don't want to start a stream without y'all telling me what y'all want to get. What y'all want to do, man?
Oh, okay. They got me talking. They got you talking. They got the game. They got the alerts. They got the music. Perfect.
They got everything. They got what they need. They got what they need. They got what they need. I'll tell y'all, they got what they need.
Talk louder, bro, Skeeto.
They got what they need, I say.
Oh! Chill, bro. We gotta be doing all that. Alright.
Hey, bro, I don't hear you good, though.
You don't hear me good?
Like, I do, but sometimes you lagging for some reason, I think. I don't know if it's my head.
Bro.
Or my shoulder.
Hold on.
Head and shoulder, knees and toes.
Yo. Okay, I see the problem. Yo. Like that. Dumb like that.
Yep.
It's better? Bet.
So, guys, you gotta find a way to make money.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
I'm talking to the chat, bro.
You a lost soul, bro.
The longest living dog, bro. Never seen
Bro,
that
what
in
the
my
hell you
life.
talking
Let's
about,
see that.
bro?
We checking thing in my chat right now. So, chat, what y'all think?
We not thinking, bro. Woo!
Chat. So right now we're seeing what's the dog bring happiness and love to her life, while the lifespan
Alright, I'm playing
of the
Marvel
dog
Marvels,
will
bro.
be
Hell
influenced
no, bro.
by numerous factors, including genetic.
Yo, you
environment,
yapping out right
and
now.
breeds are
Chill.
recognized for their.
Yo,
Right now
chill,
we're
bro.
doing something in my
Chill.
chat. We're doing something in my chat, bro.
No, we not doing anything. Nobody's doing anything in your chat, bro. I promise you, nobody's doing anything in your chat.
10 cat breeds that seek comfort during storms or change. We're gonna see that, chat. It looks so interesting right now.
So you're gonna be watching a video while I play a game?
No. We're doing something.
Yeah, this might be the worst Twitch stream ever, bro. Holy.
Alright. Guys, what y'all think with the Diddy situation? No one is talking about it. We need to talk about it. We need to push.
Yo. Genuinely, bro, you gonna hurt my head, bro.
We need to put those dots on those wires, man.
Nobody needs to know nobody, bro. I think we're already good on that.
Alright, we gotta go see the Diddy situation. Because it's a mess.
Wow, we're gonna watch it together? Send me that video link. We're gonna watch it together. Why not?
I'm down, though. YouTube, I said. I searched YouTube. And they got YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Biggest app in the world. Hey, let's do it.
Send me the link, bro. Send me the link.
Send it. Alright, now wait a minute. I gotta find that video situation.
Astaghfirullah, but what are we doing, man?
Update. We gotta see an update on that situation. That's what we're searching for right now, chat. We're gonna get it. Sex drug president 3 years ago. That's way too back in the past, chat. We're maybe gonna be canceled after that.
Yeah, with you, I'm gonna be canceled, bro.
Okay, I'll send you the video. Alright, chat. Give me a minute. I'm doing something with my boy. I gotta give him something from this back. Okay, you got it, bro.
Alright, I just updated my stream, so let me just...
Yo, chat, it looked messy. This situation looks so messy. Let's be honest.
So let me just turn off the music for y'all. Y'all don't need the music right now.
Chat, y'all love when I do that?
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. Hold on. What is it? Follower main? No. Main notes?
Can you say coño? Yeah, mama, man. Are we gonna get cancelled again?
You is gonna get canceled, bro, not me. I'm not gonna get canceled for none of that.
Girl, you're gonna get canceled, bro.
Bro.
You put me into all of that.
Shit, look what he sent me, bro.
That's the Diddy video, bro. That's the situation we into right now. I need you to put that video right now, because I'm starting it right now, bro.
I'm an Euro Outdoor 7. That's right.
Starting the video right now.
You can Wi-Fi outside.
Hold on, we gotta watch this at the same time, bro. Chill.
Say 1, 2, 3, go.
Wait.
Alright.
Alright.
1,
just gotta pull up.
2.
Yo!
Alright, my fault.
Yeah, you think he's...
Alright, c'est par line crime. P. Diddy on trial 11.
Yeah.
According to sex trafficking. Bet. Alright, hold on. I'm on it right now. Alright,
right now. Let's shoot it.
1, 2,
3. Sean Diddy Combs sex.
Headlines right now, and we have been covering everything going on inside and outside the federal courthouse.
Oh my God, it looked hot.
Here on Sidebar. And with a high-profile defendant, often comes high-profile witnesses, victims, celebrities.
We gotta see it. We gotta see it.
I gotta see this. We gotta see this.
Maybe we're gonna be called.
Is that Usher?
The Sidebar.
Oh crap!
I'm Jesse Weber.
You heard that boy? He Jesse Weber.
Has been in the spotlight for decades.
Sean Diddy Combs.
He was a titan of the
entertainment
industry.
Me and Diddy was real tight before this shit happened.
Hell no, bro. Don't say that, bro.
He was known worldwide for his legendary white parties in the Hamptons and beyond.
I'm gonna lie, them white parties.
Yeah, I know about those parties. We hear about those parties.
Yeah, we were there.
Those parties. Kevin Hart, you know Kevin Hart. You know he was there.
LeBron too.
LeBron too. Hey, Justin Bieber was at this shit.
Justin Bieber was a victim, I heard.
But now that money is going towards a
fuck, man. Fuck.
Attorneys right now who are trying to convince a jury that he's not.
Hell no, Chad. That's bad, bro.
Sex trafficking, using force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation.
What the fuck they're saying, bro?
The Southern District of New York claimed that Combs used his money,
Wait.
his power to force women to
Don't tell me we're doing a rewind.
sex sessions with sex workers.
Okay, 9 jury right now is saying that he did not do sex trafficking.
Hey, that's P. Diddy, though.
Okay, cause he was a pimp. That boy was a pimp, bro. Fuck.
Of course, bro.
There's 2 viewers in the live, bro. Welcome to the second viewer, bro. I have a good time in this bit. My fault.
Refresh that shit, bro. There's no 2 viewers.
Alright, my fault. It says they have 2 viewers. Oh, one viewer now.
And that's probably you, bro.
What other celebrities?
No, I'm watching in on one thing.
So to talk about this, I want to bring in SiriusXM host Mina Say What Lona. So good to see you, Mina. Thank you so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
Who the hell is that?
We've talked about this trial on the Long Crime Lunchtime live show before. It is such a wild case, but what is your reaction?
Tom, you know who that fat woman is?
And especially the
I don't know.
of alleged victim number 1, Cassie.
Yeah, this one right now. On the screen?
We're all in shock.
Yeah.
Everybody knew about the dinner
Hold on.
parties and the after
Yeah, I love her.
parties, but we didn't know
Did you
about
rewind?
the after party, right?
She had the wine head.
After party were these freak-off sessions that were very selective, very coordinated, according to
Oh, she's a victim.
testimony, very coordinated by Diddy.
Hey, me too, bro.
Something that we knew about. It's just shocking. It's shocking to know.
I was real close with him.
Diddy
all of this
party.
was going on for years.
Free my boy Puff Diddy.
Wait. The freak off session.
You know, people were witnessing certain parts of the abuse, but they
Okay,
weren't
Cassie
privy to
Cassie
the
is someone who
sexual nature of
testified
this.
against
And, you know, this
Sean
wasn't
Diddy
like
Combs.
an everyday couple. Diddy has been in the spotlight
for
the
years.
whole time.
Diddy, why'd you
And
do that,
I
bruh?
knew nothing about these.
You and
Someone
him were
needs
tight
to-
too. You and
Someone
Diddy were
needed
tight.
to. No. Someone needed to stop that man. Kevin Hart, you should have been this man, bro. You did not, bro.
top secret or not.
Yeah, bro. Why didn't you do anything,
Yeah, that's
Kevin
real,
Hart?
bro. He has so much money, bro. He could have covered all this shit, but that's the craziest part about it.
It was like Cassie.
You went The Rock, bro. Why didn't you do none?
Right. So the question that I have is, who has been named as a celebrity so
How
far
much
in this
people knew,
trial,
bro?
and who maybe
I don't know,
is
bro.
going to testify? Which celebrity is going to testify? So here's the thing. Cassie
Yo,
was
this
on
boy is
the
high,
show
bro.
before
He's high as fuck, bro. That's
That's how Diddy
crazy.
in the towel?
And yeah.
Bro, he's high as fuck, bro.
Pregnant, by the way, 8.5 months pregnant. She mentioned a few celebrities, and I thought this was interesting. And it points to Combs' famous friends and connections. So, for example, she was asked
Damien
about
got fat.
her relationship
Oh,
with Combs.
wait. Which celebrity is gonna testify against him? We're gonna see that.
And the transcript
Kevin Hart,
says
maybe?
Sean was there, and he brought
I'm gonna see.
Dallas off.
We're gonna see what
Who the
Kevin
hell,
Hart
Dallas?
do. Kevin Hart has
Britney
been-
Spears! Britney Spears!
Stand out to me.
Bro,
How was
he's
21
so
years
fat
old
now.
to attract such celebrities to her birthday party in Las
Dumb.
Vegas?
Are we?
That was all-
Did you rewind?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Also, real quick, totally off topic, but I want to thank our sponsor.
We
Sean,
skipping the
oh, wait,
the sponsor. We skip.
Britney Spears?
There's a sponsor, bro.
Skin for this episode. You know, being on camera as
Nope.
much as I am.
Hey, I'm getting like 200 views per video, so I
Wait,
can't sponsor that.
wait. Okay, we gotta skip the sponsor part, cause guys, we're not sponsoring this shit right now.
Mom, you? That's what I just said.
What?
We're
We're just not at the same time, bro. My fault, cause I had to watch the video a little bit. I stopped the video once.
Go
And I
to
stopped
go
now.
to 5:30. 5:30.
I'm
No.
at 5:41 right now.
No. Go to 5:25.
Your future yourself,
Alright.
definitely gonna thank you. So
I'm
that
at
was all.
5:25.
5:25.
No, bro, we cannot show we cannot promote brand.
5:25, bro. Just 5:25. Couple seconds.
Of all time. To hear them there.
Okay, go,
that's
go, go,
not
go, go,
surprising,
29.
Right?
No,
That's what-
this is
no.
the lifestyle that Diddy lived. You know, he had.
Ah, c'est good, je suis à 32 mois. 34.
Moi, je suis à 46.
Very well known. He had
C'est good.
money. There's a charisma to him.
Hey,
He's the
he had charisma.
I'm
They
gonna-
talking about.
We can stop anyway, bro, a little
We
bit.
talked about this on the network. You don't become
Okay, we
this
gotta
larger
listen.
than
That's
life
crazy.
mogul by not having some
Holy,
kind of
why does he look like
charisma
me?
To you, people skills.
He doesn't look like
People
you.
of
He's the laugh
famous
of the party.
stature
That's
were
real, bro.
constantly
We
around,
don't
and
party.
you were
There's no
learning
party
from
like the Diddy
these
party, bro.
trials
There's
that
no
they
party like the
witnessed
Mohammed party.
abuse. But
Shut up, bro.
what we're
You know that's
hearing,
not true.
to your point,
There's party
they
like
weren't
your ass, nigga.
necessarily a part of the sexual part of these parties, which is the freak off.
Oh,
that
my mom's
is
calling, bro.
Up to 4 days.
What?
Time out. My mom's calling. Time out. Stop the vid, bro.
Yeah, stop the vid, bro. His mom is calling, Chad. We gotta wait for this boy. Guys, is he getting caught? Homie? Chat, he's getting caught using his mom credit card on live, bro. That's a first. That's a first, chat. Bro, his mom credit card is getting scammed on live. Who's doing that right now? Chat. Does she hear me? I hope no, bro. Okay, oh, phew, bro. I was scared a little bit. Oh my god, I was scared after. I broke my puff, guys. I had some make one, man. Bro, she's getting. Yo, jure que t'as pas utilisé sa carte, on God.
En God, j'ai pas utilisé sa carte, bro.
Ah, t'aurais juste pu dire.
Tu penses que j'ai dit quoi?
Ah, mais yo, tu disais comme si tu doutais si c'était pas toi, on God. Comme même moi, je savais même pas si je pouvais te trust.
Bro.
Je te jure, tu disais comme scareful, on God.
Je dis non, mais bon, je faisais des faces à cause que tu parlais. Tu dis du bullshit dans mon oreille. You were saying some bullshit in my ears, bro.
We did not do this shit. I did not do that shit.
Bro,
Chad,
you
did I do that shit?
Yes. You is, bro. I was just talking to my mom and I'm just hearing,
Look
oh,
at that
Chad,
boy.
he's stealing his mom's credit card.
Chat, he did though.
Bro, I did not, bro. Stop with that.
Chat. This mom's bitch his ass on Twitch.
Bro. You always doing too much, bro. Alright. Resume. Wait, hold on. Hold on. What time are you at right now?
It's working. It's weird, bro.
I gotta pull up your stream, bro. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is
Hey, we not doing nothing on live, bro. I was up, chat. News is in the live, no cap. We hiding yourself from news, chat. Ha 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 ha.
Shut this shit down live, bro. Alright, you at 6:15. Hold on, let me go back and go to 6:15. Alright, I'm at 6.
6:15 is the golden moment.
Alright. You ready? Let's start now.
Part of the sexual part of these parties, which is the freak-offs that lasted.
Freak-offs!
The freak-off.
According to Cassie's testimony.
4 days.
What artist in their prime
Not
has
even gonna
4
lie.
days
4 days.
That's
locked up
crazy.
in a
4 days.
hotel,
I could have
you
even.
know, participating
To be
in
Me.
locked up.
Hey,
in
me,
the
bro.
hotel.
Me.
I'll tell you that. So it's one of those things where he was around a lot of artists.
Britney Spears, that freaky ass.
But a lot of them, from what I suspect, were not a part of these freak-offs.
Yo.
They might have maybe been aware of them or heard about them, but in terms of participation, we haven't seen one celebrity say, I've participated in a freak-off. I don't think we're ever going to hear that if they in fact did, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
We don't know.
They scared to admit.
No one's gonna say they've been to a freak off, you know?
Hey, I've been to a freak off though.
Austin, Britney Spears, and the people that are around.
I've been to a freak
Yeah, he
off.
did.
You mentioned Cassie, so she's signed to Bad Boy Records, 19 years.
It's kinda
old.
bad.
She had the hit single "Me and You," 2006.
Yo,
She says
she
had a
was so
contract with
young, bro.
multiple albums, that Combs was in control of her career, her public image, her finances.
P. Diddy was a
And if you're
cougar.
thinking about sex trafficking.
No, yeah, he was a
about
pimp.
control and power and using force, fraud, coercion.
Hey,
Diddy
bro.
the pimp.
What
That's
the hell
crazy,
are you
dog.
talking about, bro?
Diddy fucked up, bro. Diddy
Around,
fucked up.
right?
Big shit, bro.
Celebrities, you think, oh my gosh, at such a young age, the connection.
hell are you talking about,
Stick
bro?
with me, I can help you go places. Do you think this helps? The
Yeah, 'cause he
prosecution
was
before
making-
they talk
he
about
was-
the celebrities that was in his orbit.
I think it does,
Yeah,
there's
that's-
a reason why people go back to this
What?
kind of abuse, sexual abuse.
I think it's a
We
bad
talked
thing,
about
bro.
The financial control, right?
I know, bro. It is a bad thing. We get it,
And
bro.
Just hey, at 19 years old, no one's in these rooms. So you might be
Damn.
tolerant at that
What?
age, which is still technically a teenager,
yeah,
right? You
yeah.
might be tolerant to some of the behavior.
Yep, your ass is
because
getting
you feel special,
volume
you feel
lowered,
like
bro.
You're in the in crowd,
Chat,
right?
how the fuck did this
But
shit
as
happen
we
on
spoke,
live?
Bro.
As time progresses,
How
that
did-
power and that
Hey,
notoriety
her parents
is
didn't do
having
shit. Call your
enough
mom
to
right now.
really stomach
Hey, pause the video right now.
some
1, 2, 3, pause the
of
video, man. Pause the video. Call
What's
your
up?
mom right now.
Why?
Call your mom right now. Cause she let Diddy in the wild right there. She knew about Diddy all along.
Bro, what?
Everyone-
How did my mom know about
Look.
Diddy?
Hey,
What
my
the
mom
fuck?
knew too, cause it's the old generation, bro. They've been listening to Diddy. They know what Diddy was doing, bro. No,
Bro,
everyone
Diddy-
was knowing
Diddy-
this, bro.
Diddy was maybe giving hints, but he wasn't saying like on his music, yeah, I stream, I'm in 4
Yeah.
days in a
Remember-
hotel doing
wait,
Diddy
wait,
freak
wait,
offs.
Wait. I'm gonna send you a video. I'm gonna send you a video.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna send you a video right now. Chat. Go on my live. Go on my live and go on YouTube. I don't care.
Alright, we gotta go on this live. Alright, hold on. We go on your live, bro. Alright, we on your live. I can't hear myself twice, bro.
Sad.
Michael Jackson. Oh.
You're gonna see that, chat. It's crazy.
Hell no, I can hear you. I'm muting you. Hold on. Alright, come on.
Chat. Listen to that. We're assuming something. Darn.
Oh.
Anybody can come here. Yeah,
I remember this.
Michael.
He said, I remember he said, why they checking on me? Go check on the other dude next door.
Down the street, they say.
Yeah.
Listen to what
Okay,
he
you're
said.
doing too much, bro.
Listen to what he said. Listen.
Make the volume higher, bro. Fuck you for not listening.
Hold on, man. Michael was. Yo, what's happening?
We know what he said, bro. He said, check on.
No. We're gonna. It's this interview, my fault.
Who the fuck is that dude, bro?
Yo.
Oh. Good.
Go down. Okay.
Alright, okay, bro. You're not a detective, bro. What are you doing, bro?
Chat. We gotta do it. Okay.
Holy, bro. What are you doing, bro? Bro, just type if Diddy lived next door to Michael, bro.
No. Okay.
You're not. Yo, holy, bro.
Okay.
Can we get some help for this dude? This dude right here. Yo, why the hell you so shiny, bro? Why are you shining like that?
Bro, I'm different, man.
Booty, you're fucking white. Why the hell you shining, bro? Bro, alright, I'm gonna search this shit up for y'all, cause this dude doesn't know how to search shit up. Did he live next door to Michael Jackson? Hold on. No, Diddy, Sean, and Michael Jackson did not live next door to each other. While Maxon lived in a mansion near the location where Diddy's home was, they were not. But Diddy had a secret tunnel to Michael Jackson's house, right?
No, that was fake.
Really?
Yeah. It was just rumor.
Yeah, that's a crazy rumor, though.
Yeah, but that was just like AI and shit. It was fake, bro.
AI and shit. Okay.
AI and shit, bro.
Please turn your brightness down, bro.
Never.
Bro, you wild as hell, bro. Please, bro.
Bro, you know that's for the Twitch. I do that.
You fucked, bro. You so fucked.
Yeah, they live on the same street, bro. Fuck you.
Alright, bro. Just go to the fucking video, bro.
We're gonna see it. Homely Hills. Vegas. Los Angeles. Oh, I don't know, guys. They had so many mentions. You go ask down the guy down the street. It was maybe Diddy. It was maybe Diddy. Let's see. Anyway, we gonna watch the video again, guys. We back at it again.
The horrible things that
I think I have a pimple right
she
there,
had to
chat.
do in order to stay a part of this group. As you mentioned, he controlled her finances. She was under contract for 10 albums. She says she made about 9 albums worth of music and none of it was released. So how is she supposed to move on from her life or, work somewhere else and make music as an artist if she's tied into this contract? So it becomes a thing where, like, if this is what I have to do in order to stay in this circle, and at first you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but then after a while you look up and you're like, I didn't consent to any of this, and that's
Yeah.
where the problem begins.
Yeah, that's a really, really interesting point about it. And talk about musical artists. Again, we didn't know exactly who was going to testify. So it was a big announcement when Dawn Richard, another celebrity, became, remember, member of the group Danny Kane, Cone's reality
Diddy
show
Dirty Money?
began, joined the group later, Diddy Dirty Money. She took the stand. She testified. And she testified about the big name artists that Cassie was able to work with thanks to Combs. So the transcript of her testimony reads, was your understanding that
gotta
many
go charge my
times
phone,
these
guys.
were artists that were further along in their musical career than Miss Ventura was along in her musical career to kind of help her whatever she was working on?
Kid
Yes.
Cudi.
And one of them was someone named Kid Cudi.
Lil
I
Wayne?
didn't know
That
that
was
they
me.
were working together. I think you said Lil Wayne. I didn't say that. You didn't? No. Sorry. Do you know if that's true? That she worked with Lil Wayne? Not that I can, that's fine. Do you remember any other artists that Miss Ventura did work with? Yes. French Montana, Fabulous, Too Short. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch, but she did a mixtape that had features on every song. Do you remember the name of the mixtape? Rockabye Baby. Now, Mina, that is huge for Cassie's career. Again, this idea of influence and control, you're hearing it from Dawn Richard.
Right. And it establishes that power that you need. And he did that right from the beginning. This is what I can offer you. This is what I can give you. I can put you in the room with X, Y, and Z. I can put you in these parties. You just have to be a part of what we're doing here. And that's how someone establishes their power and
Nice.
their influence over someone. A lot of the commentary on social media is like, well,
Really
why
good
did
ice
she
cream?
do this? And why didn't she walk away? Well, she was
19 years
introduced
old. That's
into a lifestyle
buzzy.
at 19 years old, right? You don't even know how to make money at 19, and saw that these were the only options for her to continue, participating in this
Yummy.
lifestyle. And then she just, got wrapped up in
Drug
it. And
addicted?
when you look up, now she's drug addicted, as she mentioned. She's doing things that she's not consenting to, that she doesn't agree with, and she feels trapped. And it's a shame because
She's trapped. A lot of people. She was definitely listening to Diddy back then, though. Right, Chet? She was definitely listening to Diddy back then.
Yo, hello, hello. Yo,
Yo.
hello. I've been on mute.
What's up?
Oh my god.
Huh?
I've been on mute.
Yeah, you were me, bro.
Alright. Where you at? Because I saw the video a long time ago.
I'm at 12.6.
12:26. Hold on. Alright, I'm at 12:26.
A, as the prosecution would assert, was this Sean
Okay,
Combs
let's go.
acting violent and
Okay, let's go.
controlling to force Cassandra Ventura into sex trafficking as
My
part
bad,
of a
Joe, I was muted.
racketeering criminal enterprise, or was he a jealous boyfriend? And his
Shit.
anger
He
is
was
fueled
everything.
by jealousy and insecurity, and there's love, and there's
Something
there is an
when
anger for
someone
relationship,
apologized.
domestic violence. maybe a state
It's
crime,
like-
not a federal crime. So when you hear something about Michael B. Jordan,
Af okay, af
I
not
don't really know
okay.
what Diddy's motives were.
What the fuck are you
I
saying, bro?
think we're all still trying to figure that out. But I was very surprised at Michael B. Jordan, and on my radio show, I talked about that.
Not Michael B.
extensively,
Jordan.
and I kind of gave some theories
Oh,
as to
shut up,
why
bro.
he might be involved. Now we know
Not
Cassie
him, bro.
had a flirtatious relationship with him.
He did it.
But I don't know what the basis of the reaction from Combs is.
Kobe
To
Bryant
me,
did
it's
it
very
too.
puzzling, you know? One of his bodyguards testified that he had
Puzzling.
5 different relationships. So
Five
there were 5
different
different
Looking in the
What?
club,
and
looking
he almost
extra
had,
fly.
like, a hierarchy to them, right?
Did you just say
Kim
Kanye's
Porter
West song?
being his family, you know, the number one. And then
You lost, bro.
he
You
said
lost.
Cassie was moldable. You know, so
What?
it's like I think we're trying to understand the dynamics here.
Moldable, yeah.
What
I
the hell
feel
does
it.
that
Was this
mean?
love? Was this control? I don't know.
She wanted
quite
to do
yet,
something.
but I
He
do
wanted
feel
to
like
do
there's a
something with her,
possession
too.
there.
Hey, I
on
was
behalf
freakier
of
than Diddy, bro. I'm
I
not even
don't
gonna
know
lie.
quite yet.
Possess her and keep her from having these
Mhm.
other relationships.
Diddy was
you know?
trying to be like
he
me.
can have other relationships. With
When we think about it, you think Drake's doing
and
the
that's
same
really
thing?
where I feel like the prosecution has an
Drake?
edge over it.
Yeah.
You
Nah, I
know,
don't
if
think
this was a
so.
consensual relationship, she would be able to go off and date
Alright.
Michael B.
He
Jordan.
doesn't seem.
Kid
He doesn't look
Cudi,
like the type.
You know, and the unnamed football player that
Michael
we
B.
learned
Jordan.
about. And she
Not
could have
Michael B.
continued her
Jordan,
relationship
though.
with Ryan Leslie, the producer. But the fact that there was a control element there where he's like, no, you can't do that. If you do that, I'm gonna release your freak off tapes. Hey,
What the
because
fuck?
You've been, you know, dating Kid Cudi. Your mother has to give me $20,000 and take out a home equity loan to pay me so I can recoup my losses.
Ah,
That's the
hell nah,
crazy
bro.
part about that relationship. So there might be some love there, but I think that there's also
Kid
some
Cudi, bro.
other very toxic behaviors and unfair behaviors on the
I'm
behalf
gonna
of
leak the
Diddy,
freak off.
and some behaviors that really make
Bro,
it
what the
question
hell
if
you
it's
saying, bro?
consensual. Because if it was
That's what they
consensual,
said.
she would've
Yeah, she
been
need to
able
change
see
haircuts, I'm not
other
even gonna lie.
people. If it was voyeurism, she would have been able to voyeur off on herself. But
She gotta
clearly
put a
it was
wig
made
on.
Very, very clear that
Yeah,
that's
she
not
gotta put some
something she could do.
extensions on.
Mina, are you sure you're not a lawyer? That was awesome. That was a really, really good.
Why he
Like,
glazing?
you gotta leave the
Clearly
country.
it's not equal.
Why he glazing?
And exactly, I think how the prosecution is gonna frame it in a closing argument. That was 100%.
Why he orange like Donald
And you
Trump?
mentioned Kid Cudi, right? So Combs' apparent jealousy
That's what happened.
was on full display when he and Cassie were on a break, and she started apparently seeing Scott Mescudi, better known as Kid Cudi, someone that she
Free Kid
apparently
Cudi.
met through Combs. And by the way, as
Okay,
we're
Kid
talking
Cudi.
right now,
He did a song
I
with
think
Cardi.
Kid Cudi is taking the stand, or is just taking the stand. So according to Cassie,
I think.
Combs found out that she was apparently seeing.
You know the song PC
apparently
Pamper?
by seeing an email between Cassie and one of his staff members. And on
Alright.
the stand,
Fuck
Cassie
you.
testified that Combs was livid, telling the court, "I just remember him putting like a wine bottle
Okay,
over
Cassidy.
between his fingers and like lunging at me, just the whole, his eyes blacked out, super angry, and I just had to get out of there. It was actually
Hell
the
nah.
time I was able to get out of a freak off." Now Cassie said that she left the hotel that she and
Freak
Combs were staying
off.
in and stayed
Ooh.
that night with Kid Cudi. And as she
Tight
flew home
shit.
to Connecticut for Christmas, she sent her mom a
Good shit, good
message
shit.
about the threats, or the alleged threats. And in evidence, there's an email sent from one of Cassie's alias accounts. It's from a Veronica Bang. That she's
Okay,
on
wait.
to
We gotta pause that. We gotta pause that. I
All
wanna
right,
read
pause.
that.
We gotta read that. Hold on. Let me read that. The threats that have been made towards me by Sean, aka Puffy Combs, are that he's going to release 2 explicit sex tapes of me, one on Christmas Day and one before or right after, and another one sometime soon after that. He also said that he will be having someone hurt me and Scott Mescudi physically. He made a point that it wouldn't be by his hands. He actually said he'd be out of the country when it happened. All right. Hold on. Did Cudi make a?
just before.
Did you start the video? Why am I getting ignored like a
Yeah, I'm
silent?
gonna restart the video.
All right, hold on. Start the video now.
Christmas in 2011. The subject line reads, "Threats."
That's
The threats
crazy.
that have been made towards me by Sean Puffy Combs are that he's going to release 2 explicit.
Yo, I
sex
can't take
tapes
you
of me.
seriously,
One
bro.
on Christmas
2011.
Day,
It's been
before
going for a
or
long
after,
time,
and
bro.
Another one sometime soon after that.
Damn.
He has also
Isn't that when
said
9/11
having
happened?
Someone hurt me and Scott Mescudi physically. He made a point that it wouldn't be by his hands. He actually said he'd be out of the country when it happened. So if you're talking about a racketeering charge, Mina, right, and then he's going to outsource the work and have people do it on his behalf. By the way, you know, the allegation was that he blew up Kid Cudi's car in his driveway. That's arson. That's one of the predicate crimes for racketeering. You know, Kid Cudi's playing a big role in this case.
You know what? The Kid Cudi story is a big, big piece because I personally found it interesting how she separated her relationship
He
with
blew up
Sean
Kid
from
Cudi
the
car,
freak
bro.
off.
That's crazy.
Because that's something.
Hey,
that
leave my
we
boy
have
Kid
to
Cudi
think
alone.
about, right? If she's no longer in a relationship with him, why is she having a freak off? This was her job.
She's forced. She's forced.
She and she even testified. This felt like a job to me. This was a job in
That's
that
crazy.
if she stopped, there were consequences. And even when she
What
was
job
on
has
a
consequences?
relationship break from Diddy, she made it
Yeah,
very
bro.
clear we still participated
job,
in the
bro.
freak offs. That is a big deal. It shows that she's separating her relationship from him from the freak offs, which she testified that it was a job to her, and she's moving on with her life and trying to see someone else personally, and now there's retaliation, right? I mean, the threat of, hey,
Of course.
if you continue to see this person,
What the fuck?
there's something that's gonna happen to him, and his car is gonna blow up, and I want his friends to see
Well,
it.
oh,
That's
I remember
crazy.
that.
We've seen
And then
some
the
proof
car
that
blows
Diddy
up,
didn't.
and then his defense team says, well,
Yo,
they
what
had
did you say?
nothing
Crazy.
to do with that. I'm
The
sure he
car
has
blew
nothing
up,
to do
too.
with that. But how did you make a threat?
No, alleged.
And the threat was executed
Yeah, allegedly.
after you made it. You might not have been involved, but the question now lies: who executed?
Wait a
the
minute.
arson?
Who the fuck is she anyway?
Who executed the car being blown up? Kid Cudi's testimony is going to be crucial because I also think it's a very important part in the dynamic of Cassie and Diddy, where she's starting to kind of pull away from him. And
He's
she
important.
wants to see other people.
Yeah, he's
and there's
important
this
in the
thing
case, for
where
real.
he's pulling her back
But
with the force and the threat.
You know how this shit
and it
work,
really
bruh?
contributes to the
I heard
prosecution's
Hollywood was
case
fucked
here.
up, bro.
By the way, I'm going to read you in real time. He came up
Yeah, I know
Maybe they
Hollywood
won't-
fucked.
Maybe they won't.
So,
Maybe they
prosecution
won't
called him,
testify
apparently he's
against
wearing
him.
a leather jacket,
You feel me?
white shirt, blue
I
jeans.
Maybe they
mean,
will all keep their
Don't know
mouth
who
shut.
he is. Mentions
Yeah,
Cassie, says we
yeah,
dated
yeah.
in 2011.
Trying to blackmail.
That's who she
Diddy
involved
blackmailed
with,
them
Sean
probably.
Combs. What did you know about their status? He responds that she and Sean Combs
Probably
had
all of
some
them.
problems and they weren't dating anymore.
We'll
Most
see.
of them
He's
probably.
asked in December 2011, did law enforcement respond to your home? Yes, I had a break-in. Cassie called me
It was
at
Diddy.
5:30 or 6 a.m. She said,
You think
Combs-
Cardi was
Sean
one of
Combs
them?
had found out about us.
Bro.
She asked me to pick her up, so I did, yeah.
Cardi was not one of
She
them.
was worried. What was
Maybe.
her demeanor?
Nah, hold on. Pause the video. Pause the video.
Mm.
We gon' search the Diddy guest list.
Non, il y avait pas, sure.
For real. Hold on. The main
I've seen
people
it.
that went were Lil Kim, Lil Wayne, Jennifer Lopez, Jay-Z, Beyonce.
Say, did Cardi goes to there? You're gonna see.
Did Cardi go to Diddy's freak off?
Freak off.
Hold on. While it's possible, there's no specific information
Whoa.
available. What's up? What's up? There's no available about Playboy Cardi attendance at the Diddy Freak Offs party. Did he party with no one else to attend? Yo, Thumb, you good?
Hurt my dog, he said.
Yo, you watching it live?
I'm watching my thing.
Bro, you didn't even let me, bro.
Where did you go? The
Let me
sex
know.
Key. Why? I thought it was safe off
Yo, je
the
pensais
radar.
que tu regardais.
Did you speak with Capricorn Clark? She sounded near
Hold on.
tears. What did she say? That Sean Combs was in the car near my house. There was an objection. It was overruled. You called Sean Combs? I did. He said, I'm over here waiting for you. When you arrived, what did the outside look like? Pretty normal. Any security camera? Yes, but I found out they weren't working. But the security cameras had been moved. Did you move
Hold
them?
on.
No.
Stop live video.
See
He
inside your
attacked.
home.
Did he
Gifts
attack
were
the
open, some
dog,
stuff I
bruh?
got from Chanel, and my dog was locked up in the
Kid
bathroom.
Cudi.
Oh yeah, I remember. Je l'avais vu sur TikTok. Hold on. Let me just get to your video. Alright, you.
Because of their celebrity, no
Alright.
one says something.
Go.
As being Kid Cudi, what do? Do you call the cops? And what do you say? Sean
Go, bro.
Combs
Go.
coming over,
Man,
and
I
I
defy the
noticed he
fast,
broke
bro.
into
Lock
my
in.
house,
Lock
and
in,
my
bro.
car's on fire. They'll be like, well, why do you think that?
Why the hell you
happened?
eating
It
ice
just
cream,
makes
bro?
it a bigger thing.
Oh.
It It's so crazy that this
Yeah,
stuff was
reach out.
happening and none of us knew about it in the media.
Right for the text
Yeah,
out.
it's really something to say the least. And you know, during cross-examination, the defense appeared to try to paint Cassie as a liar, as an
Liar.
hidden from Combs, because the defense said even though you were on a break from Mr. Combs, you still wanted to use a burner phone, right? Yeah. You didn't want him to find out about Mr. Miscuddy, right? I did not want him to find out, no. And you didn't want to tell him about this, right? No, I thought it would be way too dangerous to tell him about that because you anticipated his response, right? Correct. Because he was insanely jealous, right? Had a temper. And by using a burner phone and not informing him of Mr. Miscuddy, you were lying to him, right? I was telling him everything. Mina?
I mean, that poor woman can't even date someone else without being scared for her life. There's a lot of control here. There's a lot of threats. I'm in
Diddy was
shock and
crazy,
awe
bro.
that all of this happened, that he's currently on the stand corroborating this information. You know, when we first found out about this trial, there were those rumors, right? Like, there were different rumors about things that Diddy might have done. You know, I had read that there were, you know,
Yo,
Diddy
Tom, you there?
hung Wale, which is another hip-hop artist and singer.
Yo, what is it
Hung him off the
doing, bro?
balcony at one point. And Wale was like, no,
I was
that
just
never
being
happened.
my meat, bro.
Then
What
there
the
was
fuck
the
is
piece
wrong?
about Kid Cudi's car being burned.
Wait,
right?
you were
That was a
gone?
threat. And then Kid Cudi
I was.
came out and was like, no, my car.
But I was listening to the video. It's
was
crazy,
burned.
on God.
So it's just interesting to hear those
Alright.
rumors. And this didn't come out back in 2011 when it happened, right? This came out recently when we started to learn of the counts that Diddy was being charged with. Different stories and speculations started to come
Diddy
out about
was
things
the-
that he had
Diddy was a
allegedly been
diddler.
done. Then the conversation became, well, how about Justin Bieber or how
Oh.
about Usher? Because Usher lived with Diddy
Usher,
as a
not you
child,
too, bro.
Because Diddy
Justin
at
Bieber.
that point was so a part of the music world. Every single song on the chart had his influence in some way. Whether it was one of his artists being featured, whether it was his production, you know, or him being an artist as well, or him, you know, managing an artist or something. So it's like at one point there was a tie to Diddy in every aspect of music.
Tie to Diddy.
So it was one of those things where like people started to speculate. Well, Usher was there. What happened with Usher? Justin
Diddy was
Bieber
honing
there.
people.
Is
That's
he-
the crazy shit back
Can we
then.
talk about that?
He was
Because
what?
Dawn Richard said she
He
witnessed
honed the people back then.
Oh, yeah.
Cassie.
Diddy was a horny
This
motherfucker.
was in front of Usher, Jimmy Iovine, Neo. So
Yeah,
I
sex
wonder if they're
slave,
gonna
bro.
testify. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to testify.
Yeah, sex,
and
bro.
I wonder if-
Sex slaves.
Again, goes back to your larger question: why did no one speak up? If this is true.
Well, we have to separate the domestic abuse
I used to fuck
from
with her back in high
the
school.
sex trafficking.
What are you
right?
talking about,
I
bro?
don't think it helps the case
Hey,
for
I'm
them
seeking
to
sex
bring
with the
on
sex with the
Usher
queen
or
of sex,
Neo if
but-
they're just gonna say they witnessed more abuse. At this point, I don't think anybody is doubting that this woman was abused. They need to prove the sex trafficking piece. And obviously, not only just the sex trafficking, I think the transportation of
They need to
prostitution is
prove it.
pretty solidified at this
Yeah.
point. He has 5 counts.
They need to put
the
it in
transportation,
jail.
prostitution, the racketeering conspiracy, the RICO. So at this point, any witness that they bring on the stand
What?
has to draw
How
the
the
line with
fuck
those
does he have
charges.
5
Either
body
the sex
count?
trafficking or the
What
racketeering
you have me
conspiracy.
freak up?
We're
Chad,
seeing
that's
so much talk
crazy.
about
I've never
domestic
seen this
violence
shit
and
happen on
abuse,
this.
which is part of the power dynamic. You do have to control
Bro.
your victims
Television.
if you're an abuser, and this is the tactics that you do it. But now we have to move on to the actual crimes here and the things that he's being accused
Crimes.
of. So
Tell me the
I
things he's
wouldn't
being
really
accused
want
of.
Usher and Neo on the stand talking about, hey, yeah, we saw Diddy punch
Yeah.
Cassie. I only want to see
And
them on the
Neon.
stand if they could corroborate any of the.
Oh, Neon has nothing to do with this, bro.
The counter argument to that would be: look, I think that they've established.
don't know
and I
that.
think the defense
Yeah.
has conceded
You know that, bro.
and then
Diddy on came in like 2024.
They've established
2023.
That. Look, he's still innocent, still proven guilty. But yes.
Yeah, but he was doing
However,
something else.
The argument
before
could be, you know why it's
Yeah, but
important
it's only
to have Usher,
celebrities.
Neo,
Celebrities.
Jimmy Iovine, these major celebrities
See?
testify.
Neo,
because
Neon.
Cassie's being
Neon,
in
bro.
front of them and no one does
Eh,
anything.
but maybe
That
because
amplifies
Neon,
the
he
power.
maybe
That
obtained the
amplifies the
on
idea.
because he's
She
older,
couldn't
bruh.
leave.
Maybe it
Who's
was
she
just
gonna go to?
Neo
And by
back
the way,
then.
that's what
Neo,
Dr. John
Neon.
Hughes testified too. There's no one.
It's
Yeah,
just evolution,
I'm gonna need you to
bro.
shut up, bro.
I think that no one stepping in, it's like he can he can do whatever he wants, and no one's gonna stop him. I think that power dynamic might be something that would be beneficial to them. Maybe.
I could see that when you paint it that way. That absolutely is the case.
Yeah.
I mean, you have these A-listers that are just turning the blind eye.
Yeah.
But I think that speaks to that culture of silence when it comes to abuse. You know, it's one of those things because domestic abuse is one of those
Yo,
things where
Chad,
you
that's
get involved,
crazy in the
kind of become
2017
part of it,
video.
and then a lot of the times the abusers
What are you
go
saying,
back
bro?
to,
What are you
the people
saying?
being abused go back to their abuser. So
I'm
there's
saying
this
for guys.
culture where they're like, I'm not getting involved because this is
Don't ever
personal
whisper in my
to
ear.
them. You know, 9 times out of 10 they do go back.
Guys are
And,
not getting
you know,
into streaming
you can
university.
ask anyone that has been a
Doodle
witness to
bag.
domestic abuse. Some people just
What are
won't
you
get
talking
Doodle
involved
bag.
about?
because of how difficult it is for the abusee to leave. Look at Cassie's friend.
All right, guys.
She tried to get involved and literally got choked. She
You
said
talking about
she
Carrie
got
Morgan?
choked.
She got
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's like, you know, people just stay away from getting involved. But to your point,
She
it
got
would be
choked
interesting
and
for him
hit.
to be on
And
the
yeah.
stand because it just shows.
What do you mean, and
Diddy
yeah,
would do
and
anything
yeah?
to anyone, and why? Because he probably felt like he can cover it up in some way.
What the fuck?
So let me ask you about one more.
I'm gonna need you to remove that fucking mic from your mouth, bro.
Harv Pierre. So he is a record executive. He's the former president of Bad.
Hey, yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
He's been friends with Combs since the 90s. Dawn Richard.
Slap. Follow with a slap. Tommy, Demi,
He saw Combs hit Cassie to intervene in the violence.
Don't make me mute you, bro. Don't make me mute
Combs
you.
would often raise his voice to artists.
Them shits is fake.
And when Richard was on the stand, the prosecution asked her, quote, specifically, what, if anything, do you recall Mr. Combs telling you? Richard responded, oh, man, stay the F out of my relationship. You B-words are here to work, not be a part of my relationship.
Whoa.
You MFers don't know real work, man. What, if any, threats would Mr. Combs make to you? That it would be, or
Hold
else
on.
we would pay for it. That was always,
Hold on.
you're all gonna
Who's
pay
saying
for
this?
it, or keep doing it, all right? That kind of thing. It's always, you do this or else something bad will happen to you. It was always that, like a threat that if you didn't stay in line, there was consequences. What was Mr. Combs' demeanor when he made these threats? That varied. Again, sometimes it was a stern like moment to say it, and other times it was loud, angry, violent, and like it's mean, it was mean, it was mean. Did anyone else speak to you specifically about your discussions with Miss Ventura? Yes. Who was that? Harv Pierre. And what, if anything,
Pierre, you wanna
would
come
Mr.
out here?
Pierre tell you? Harv said it gets dark and lonely. And Mr. Combs used to say this too. It gets dark and lonely if you don't listen. It was very much like, you all need to listen to him. You all don't want to deal with what happens if you don't. And that was stated by Harv and Mr. Combs.
Damn.
Nina, your thoughts?
Yo, Tom, you still
So
there?
I was going through my notes here
Yeah, that's
because I wanted
crazy.
to look up who said this. I think
I'm just
it was,
obliviated
it might
right
have
now.
been David James, Diddy's former
Who the fuck is
assistant.
David
Someone
James?
talked about the culture
Shut up.
at Bad Boy and Combs
Did you just say
Enterprise.
shut up?
Kingdom,
Culture.
right? The kingdom. He talked about there
The
being a
kingdom. There was this culture.
Someone get a hold of that, man.
This, you know, you listen or things happen to
Hey,
you.
you lost, bro.
Right? So that wasn't just particular to Cassie. I think this is how Diddy ran his enterprise. And we saw
Oh,
a
shit.
lot of that on the TV shows making
I'm
the
telling you, them
Band,
them
know?
Chiefs are
I mean,
fake, bro.
Infamously, people talk about how he used to send his assistant to go get, you know, random things and he had to come back in a certain amount of time, you know, or there were consequences. Bentley was his name. So it's
Who the
like
hell is
there are
Bentley?
people that have been around, that have been a witness to the culture. Jav Pierre.
Who the fuck is Bentley, bro?
Bentley. That people
You know
are
who's
wondering,
Bentley.
what else did they witness? Do they know anything? But there was definitely a culture there that was enforced by the
Here.
people that were a part of those organizations.
They
And it
said Pierre
started
knew
at the
everything.
top with, from what it seems
Yo,
like, the direction.
Pierre
that
Bourne was not a
Interesting
part of
case,
this, bro.
Nina. You are all
Yo,
over it.
they
Thank
just
you so
said
much
that
for
on
coming out
God.
and
They
talking
said
about
Pierre,
the
bro.
celebrity
They meant
gossip
Harv
about the
Pierre.
high-profile
That's not the
names who are
producer
part
for
of the
Cardi
trial
and
right
all
now
that.
Maybe will be part of the trial.
For Cardi,
moving
bro. What
forward.
you mean
Nina,
for
thanks so much.
Cardi, bro?
Appreciate you taking the time.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean, bro.
And that's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.
Get your orange ass out my fucking screen, bro.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever
You not getting no sponsorship.
And chat, I'm gonna put something on the screen for y'all.
I'm not even gonna look at the screen, bro. I'm not even gonna look at this fucking Twitch, bro.
Alright, don't do it.